mejor enséñame a catar vino.
No, tú no estás lista aún para catar vino. Vamos a empezar con zumo de tomate. Sí. Catar zumo de tomate es una tarea muy difícil. Requiere mucha disciplina. No es un zumo cualquiera. No es un zumo de naranja, no es un zumo de mango, es un zumo de tomate. Cada tomate es un mundo.
Let's Pretend I'm Talking About You was so beautiful. The way that it was filmed, it felt so dreamlike and nostalgic, which I think worked so well for the story that they were telling. And it was such a unique idea to, I mean, just for the couple themselves to kind of have this game, this kind of role play of let's pretend we're meeting for the first time and I'm talking about this girl, but really it was her the whole time. And it was so sweet and poetic, being able to capture these little moments, right? And that's really what life is made up of. It's these little moments, you know. He first noticed her green Converse, or when she wakes up at 2 a.m. to eat leftover pasta, and just, you know, all these little quirks that make her her, and you can feel how much he loves her by reminiscing through all of these things. So all of it was really sweet. It was really feel good, and I really loved the cinematography. I loved the editing. I loved the way it was all pieced together. I thought that it made a lot of sense, and yeah, and it was just really dreamlike, really beautiful visually to watch, and I think that it perfectly matched the script and the story, and like the just kind of like misty, dreamlike quality to it. Really, really beautiful job.
This review is Let's Pretend I'm Talking About You, or Pongamos que hablo de ti. I had a great time with this film. It's very romantic, also nostalgic, poetic, and it feels so natural. They have a great casting, and both characters portray perfectly their personalities, and they help the script move to a whole new level where you see the individuals and as adorable, honest, and deeply vulnerable. It is also quite passionate, and I love the cinematography in general. They speak of real people. It doesn't feel scripted at all, and it is just natural. I love the setting. I love the organic feeling, being in the woods just by themselves, with themselves, and open to being vulnerable. It was a great film. I really enjoyed it.
This was a really great film. Very sweet, very sensual at times, kind of quirky at times. The tasting scene in the beginning with the tomato juice I thought was absolutely delightful. Really well played. Part of both actors. They did a great job here. There's a sort of chemistry that kind of at times it feels almost platonic, but then it's also kind of romantic too. It's a great balance between those, and just again played really well. Really great writing too. It feels very authentic. It feels like again, just going back to the bit with the sommelier there, like someone who really knows that world. Didn't feel made up or guessed at. Like it all again really felt grounded, which just went a long way to making me believe in these two and really buy into it. And then overall, it had a really great shape for a film. The way it starts, the way it builds, the tension here, there, and just for a third, really great job. Everyone involved should be really proud of this one.
Let's Pretend I'm Talking About You was a nice romantic short. It very much reminded me of like Spanish movies that are more contemplative and methodical and somber. It was about this couple that broke up for 6 months and they try to reconcile, but it just doesn't work out. The guy was a wine taster and she was interested in that, but the relationship didn't work out. you really got a sense of the hauntedness and the emotional toll the relationship took on those people, and it's a memorable movie. You won't forget it. And the very fluid camera work and storytelling was pretty somber and pretty good too.
This was done really well. It was written really well, and I loved how they kind of went back and forth between his voiceover and going into the relationship and seeing the two of them together. I thought that was really cool. The cinematography was beautiful. Great use of the sunlight, giving those segments this kind of reverie feel where you're remembering. I thought that was really, really cool. I liked how they interacted with each other. I think that both actors did such a great job. They had so many adorable moments. I liked the twist, how all along he was talking about her. I thought that this was shot really well. It was a really, really beautiful film. It was gorgeous.
Next film I saw was Let's Pretend I'm Talking About You. This one, compared to the last, much more subdued, much more grounded, and I think a lot of that has to do with the two lead performances here, which I thought were both very good. The cinematography and camera work here also helped to achieve that groundedness. Lots of handheld shots, lots of close-up shots. It wasn't anything really extravagant, anything that really called attention to itself, but it's subtle, and I think that fits the tone of the film and the nature of the story all quite well. I also thought that the dialogue here was pretty believable, and the themes and main ideas of the film, kind of going along with that, were explored in a way that I thought was believable as well. It felt very real. So overall, well done. I enjoyed this one too.
The first part about healing is recognizing what was wrong with you, and a girl coming back is definitely telling him that he was controlling. You could tell in the way the character's written that the guy is a little emotionally manipulative and obsessive, where I don't know how long this couple was together, but he's definitely obsessed and can't get over the past. He still doesn't seem to realize what mistakes he made. This could definitely be expanded into a feature to answer some of these questions, and it would be a very interesting feature that would explain the depth of a relationship and how it dissolves, which this short was already doing. And then you could get more into their lives and background and how this couple got to the point where they are and why this girl came back in the first place.